A very warm good morning to one and all. On behalf of Parul Institute of Pharmacy, Parul University, I welcome you all in today's webinar, which is on the topic discussion on Orange Book, Purple Book, Waxman Act, and DMF. Going to be delivered by Dr. K.U. Rahir, Assistant Manager, ADL Department, Abnil India Pharmaceutical Limited, Ahmedabad. Before starting the webinar, I would like to introduce our today's speaker. Dr. Kayur B. Ahir has been serving as Assistant Manager in ADL Department in Amneal India Pharmaceutical Limited, Ahmedabad since April 2018. He received his PhD in Pharmaceutical Sciences from Sardar Patel University in 2012. He received his Master degree in Pharmaceutical Analysis from Mumbai University in 2005 and his Bachelor degree from North Maharashtra University in 2001. He worked as an assistant professor in IICP New Vallabh Vidyanagar from 2005 to 13, and from 13 to 14 he worked as an associate professor and head of PG department at SSR College of Pharmacy, Silvassa. He is having around 10 years of academic experience of UG and PG teaching and around 8 years experience of pharmaceutical industry. His major assignment in industries were with Sovereign Pharma, Unique Pharma, and MCure Pharma. His area of interest is in regulatory affairs, analytical method development and validation, research and development, quality assurance, and quality control. Apart from his academic and industrial career, he received 2002 Ratan Tata Scholarship in M.Pharm, as well as 2011 second prize in QA category as research guide by Rajni Bhai Patel Best Thesis Award. He is having research paper and review articles publication around 37 as well as around 10 paper presented in national as well as international level. He is also a life member of APTI and during his academic tenure he guided around 5 PG and 10 UG students for various project works. At present, he also guides various PhD students of their research work in industry. So with this brief introduction, now I invite Dr. K.U. Rahir to deliver his talk and enlighten the guidance. Over to you, sir. I will share
Thank
the
you very much.
screen. Yes.
Thank you very much, madam. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Good morning to all. I'm thankful to Parul University as well as Falguni ma'am and the team. And good morning all the students. I hope once my screen will be shared, then we start our topic. The presentation, I would like to brief about what we are going to discuss today. That will be fine. Because as with ma'am's discussion, we just took certain aspects of regulatory affairs as a point. 4 topics: Orange Book, Purple Book, Waxman Act, and DMF. I hope you are aware with the regulatory words. I know that it is quite difficult to give webinar rather than one-to-one interaction. But I will start with the basic history and main concern regarding the regulatory laws related with our pharma field.
Sir, is screen visible?
Yeah, screen is visible, ma'am.
Yes, sir. So you just tell me whenever you want slide to be changed. I will do.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. That will be fine. So, main concerns regarding the laws and regulations regarding the pharma pill, medications. Basically, I have been worked around 8 years in US FDA environment. So I will talk more on that. There are various regulatory bodies, but practically I had just worked on this counterpart. So I choose the topic which li- relates with your FDA guidelines. Earlier history, if we talked about the pharmaceutical companies, we heard the word GMP, right? Good manufacturing practices has been followed in that. Now it becomes current good manufacturing practices because there are so many things currently and rapidly change. Regulatory, it is a part which deals with the customer and regulatory body represent the pharmaceutical company. Okay, so on the behalf of that, we are talking about these topics. So first part I am going to deliver today, it is a orange book and purple book. Okay, there are two pharma sectors. There are multiple pharma sectors, but we have pharmaceutical products and biological products. So if we talked about biopharma products, what generic players doing to get approved their product in US FDA, what kind of reference they want. You have a branded product that is an innovator product, and you would like to convert that branded product into the generic product. The word patent is there. The patent will protect that particular branded product for a certain period of time. Let example 20 years. Okay. After that, what happened? There are number of generic players come into the market, and after the 20 years, whatever the product price definitely goes down. Okay. This is the simple story of this pharmaceutical generic players. Okay, we call it as a ANDA approval and ANDA products. Okay, orange book and purple book, they are the reference for ANDA player to just come to know what kind of patented products are there, where that patents are going to expire, and accordingly they introduce or they try to file their ANDA in US FDA. Okay, so we know that is a pharmacopoeia, that is a Bibles, Qurans, Gita, that is a reference for us. If we want to introduce into the pharmaceutical market of US FDA, we require basic reference, that is a orange book and purple book. So introduction, you can clearly see is that biopharma product manufacturing would always first look for the existence of any similar product in the market. Deals from the regulatory perspective to concern would be chalk out their development and promotional strategies error-free to enable all the generic and biological manufacturers know more about approved generic and biological product in the US FDA, introduce individual comprehensive repositories such as Purple Book and Orange Book. So you can get an idea what we are looking for. Okay, Orange Book and Purple Book having so many information, but our perspective. The next slide, please. Okay, so Orange Book, the word orange and the word purple. That is a simply come because the when earlier nowadays, that is also a very new experience to us being a teacher without seeing what students are doing, and we are delivering a talk with quite uh, unorthodox, unorganized method, because one-to-one interactions, it is more communicable. But nowadays the technology change, situations change. Due to COVID, we are like here in a webinar. So Orange Book earlier was a published book, okay, and there pages considering of orange color, and that gives its a name as orange. Actually, its name is approved drug products with therapeutic equivalence uh, evaluation, and is having a comprehensive list of approved drug products. Okay, nowadays it isn't available online, so it is known as a electronic orange book. Okay, what it gives you the information and advice to health professionals and agencies about drug product selections and to foster cost containment. Therapeutic equivalence ratings are independent of the approval status. Next slide. Okay. Now, why there is a need of orange book or purple book or any kind of to be very frank, USFDA, the Food and Drug Administration, they have one utmost priority, that is the safety and health of their people as well as the patient. So they are more rigid about those things. They are more focused about those things, and they learn those things from the history. I'm using I quote a simple example: sulfanilamide elixir. That is a antimicrobial drug. Normally, it is available in a oral dosage form. Some people of that country, some physicians of that country, they feel, can you provide this thing into the solution form or suspension form or elixir form? So better children can easily take those medications. Okay. Now, being a pharmacy student, you know tablet, it is a solid dosage form. If you want to convert that solid dosage form into the suspension, you require suspending media, and your drug should be there. Watson Laboratory scientists, what they did, they use diethylene glycol as an anti-freezing agent to suspend this drug. Okay. Earlier, there was no history, no data. What happened with this diethylene glycol? Have you ever heard DEG? It is a used as a vehicle for any medication which take orally, ingest it. And that due to this diethylene glycol, several deaths has been arised. So they feel it is not easy to change one form of dosage form into another form of dosage form. We require safety of product and safety efficacy terms coin. Then they are more concerned about those things. There is a second episode. If you might have studied pharmacology, where about the thalidomide given to the pregnant woman to prevail morning sickness, and they are taking it. European countries, German countries, they face a lot of problem. You know, teratogenic effect, dwarfism has been there. But during sulfanilamide to thalidomide, US FDA already established their system. One of the lady, I'm not recalling her name, was FDA agent. The German company tried to promote this thalidomide drug in US market, but she won't allow until and unless you provide your safety efficacy data, then and then I will take this medication. And because of her, US has been escaped from dwarfism. वरना क्या होता, उन्होंने भी वो ड्रग यूएस में लाती होती, number of pregnant women will take those medications for just prevailing morning sickness. But what happens? The drug can cross the placenta barrier and leads to the child having abnormal limb. That is known as a teratogenic effect. So that regulatory helps them. So sometimes we call as a regulatory, it is a simple word, but regulatory means there is a barrier what to take, what not to take, and they always ask about the database. Okay, this is the safety and efficacy. Now, what about the condition when you take medications? आप medications कब लेते हैं? जब आप healthy होते हो, खुश होते हो? नहीं. When you take medications means there is a disease, means there is a remedies. Willingly or unwillingly, you have to treat your disease, your elders' disease. And what happens if every drug product is only a branded product? You might have heard about the word brand. कोई भी ब्रांड के लिए हमें ज़्यादा पैसे देने पड़ते हैं. ब्रांड एंड कॉस्ट. अब ब्रांड कपड़ों की हो, गाड़ी की हो, देयर इज नो इश्यू. बराबर. खाने पीने की चीज़ों में भी ब्रांड आ जाए, दवाई में भी ब्रांड आ जाए, इट इज़ गुड और बैड? Absolutely, it will be somewhat bad, because if I'm not able to purchase the medications and because of that my family people suffer or die, that is an issue. Okay, so for that they introduce Hatch-Waxman Act that we are going. Now the history behind these things: earlier every state having their own registration, own pharmacopoeial forums, they are scattered. Here they try सबको इकट्ठा करो, सब डेटाबेस बनाओ, सेफ और इफेक्टिव ड्रग कौन सी है वो दिखाओ. So that history says that cause virtually every state has adopted laws and regulations, बराबर, that encourage the substitution of products. So if branded drugs are है, अगर generic हुई तो one person can having a alternative that safe and effective drug but low cost of price. Next slide. So FDA recognize single list based common criteria would be preferable. बराबर, सब अलग अलग बनाए, इससे अच्छा it should be same. In September 1984, that President Reagan signed the law of the Drug Price Competition and Patent Term Discrimination Act. That is a Hatch-Waxman Act. I'm just giving you a briefing of Hatch-Waxman Act. Earlier, before that, what we seen, that is in 1980. What has been there? One book. That book is called as a Orange Book. That Orange Book consists of what? List of prescribed drug, उसका पेटेंट कौन सा है, कहाँ से आया, कब एक्सपायर होगा, उसके बाद उसके अंदर कौन सी जेनरिक प्रोडक्ट आ गई है, वो सब उसमें मिलेगा. ओके. As discussed with madam, I am focusing more on Hatch-Waxman Act, but before that, I am just making a boundary because I know you might have understood or read Orange Book and Purple Book. Okay. More about content with your ma'am, and she will share. I'm just discuss the things because theoretical part you will get from internet everywhere, but the concept what is behind those idea or existence is important. How much investment is required to make a pharmaceutical product as a patent product, NDA, new drug application? Can anyone having idea how much cost you require? If allow, you can share your voice. It will be more interactive if permits. Anybody having idea how much cost for a branded product? You know the word branded product or NDA product. I hope all are present. कुछ सो नहीं गया हो 12 बजे. It is billions and trillions of dollars you have to actually you are investing, and finally what you get? Product. I'm just giving you an example. 10,000 molecules you are going to screen. thousand may you will get that have a certain potential. After the thousand, when you go for further screening, 100 may be safe. After 100, 10 may be effective. After 10, only one molecule on which you can bet that it can goes into the market. So it is a long process, preclinical trials, clinical trials, all toxicity studies, all database. On the basis of those database, have to design your dose of product, maximum daily dose, LD50, ED50, or pharmacokinetic, pharmacodynamic parameters, and that database lead to a product. So if you innovate one product and you are an innovator as a branded, you have your own intellectual rights. मैंने इतना खर्चा किया, okay? So I have to get that much amount of money, right? So they require patent, and that patent exclusivity is there. So normally NDA having around 12 to 20 years of patent. Okay, it is good. It is fine. They spend money. They have rights to recover those money. But when we talk about patent, there is a one more thing. The human health should not suffer because of the patent. बराबर? एक ड्रग पेटेंटेड होगी तब उसकी प्राइस है ₹1,000. लेट मी गिव यू वन एग्जांपल, अ वेरी सिंपल एग्जांपल. Once it patent expire, that ₹1,000 drug, if it becomes or it will be getting you in around 100 or ₹200, can you consider the difference of amount? The ₹1,000 drug can reach to ₹200, sometimes ₹100, sometimes ₹50. So that cost what you are bearing, a public people bearing, it is not for entertainment. It is not for luxury. It is for a medication disease. So they also decide what to do, how to deal with those things. अगर सिर्फ ब्रांडेड लोग ही मार्केट में रहेंगे तो जनरल पब्लिक, जनरल हेल्थ सेफ्टी का क्या होगा? सो on this direction that Hatch-Waxman Act comes. Over here, I am just giving you the history. Next, this is your orange book, how it look like. I told you, established in October 1980, the first book published. Every year, publications are there. Right now, I am having a latest edition, 42, 42nd editions. Okay, up to 2005, you will get this book as a hardbound paper book. From 2005 onwards, it becomes a electronic book. Next, this is the site where you can freely access FDA site from electronic orange book. You can search your database. Okay. Now over here, the generic player comes into the picture. If I want to make XYZ product, first I have to search the database of Orange Book whether that XYZ product is there. It means who was the innovator. Over here, I will get the product, its manufacturer, its patent owner, when its patent will be expired, and what are the patent rights. Okay, so that database I will get, and from that database, I have to file my product. Have you heard about para 1, 2, 3, 4? Because normally NDA, ANDA will file their product submission under the section 505J 21 CFR. CFR is nothing but Code of Federal Regulation. If you are in India, we have IPC, Indian Penal Code. So that are the regulatory terms on which we are going to file our product. Okay. So what happens when I'm getting the data? I have to monitor whether the product is there. It is there in the patent list. If patent is not submitted for drug candidate, no patent in Orange Book, we can go for para 1 filing. Okay, that para 1 filing, normally FDA will approve your ANDA without delay because आपके पास वहाँ पे कोई competitive patent नहीं है. पैरा 2 में क्या है, पेटेंट एक्सपायर हो गई है, इट्स एक्सपायर, देन देयर इज नो इशू. ओके, आपने इंडिया अप्रूवल किया, अगर आपका डेटाबेस सही है, एफडीए अपनी प्रोसेस से उसको अप्रूव करेगी. देन देयर इज अ पैरा 3 सर्टिफिकेशन. दैट particular date patent is about to expire, and if it is expired on that particular date and before that bridging time, you just your ANDA is approved, but you are not enter into the market until and unless the patent is expired. Okay, now Hatch-Waxman, they thought अगर आप 20-20 साल तक रुके रहोगे, बराबर, और उसके बाद वो जेनरिक प्लेयर मार्केट में आना चाहेगा, फिर वो अपना पूरा डेटाबेस तैयार करेगा, प्रोडक्ट रेडी करेगा, फिर मार्केट में आएगा. यू नो कितना टाइम जाता है कि एनडीए अप्रूवल में? डू यू हैव एनी आइडिया एनडीए अप्रूवल में कितना टाइम जाता है? व्हाट इज द टाइम फ्रेमवर्क ऑफ एनडीए अप्रूवल? एंड let it be 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, because you are also going for procurement, planning, regulatory exercise, developmental exercise, execution of batches, their studies, their data. So क्या होगा, और पीरियड लेंथन हो जाएगा. मतलब 20 साल तो आपने किस में निकाल दिए, पेटेंट में. तब तक तो वो जो भी पर्सन है वो क्या करेगा, जो भी ब्रांडेड वाला जैसे भी जो भी प्राइस में दवाई देगा वो वही लेगा, बिकॉज दे हैव नो ऑप्शन. एंड आफ्टर दैट यू गो फॉर another years. Okay, and next, these terminologies and my what I can say thought process, I'm going to match. ANDA के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं. ANDA क्या है? एब्रीविएटेड न्यू ड्रग एप्लीकेशंस. अगर ANDA प्रोडक्ट मार्केट में आएगा, इसका मतलब क्या है, वो NDA से इक्विवेलेंट होगा. हाउ दे आर इक्विवेलेंट? if they are bioavailable and bioequivalent. Okay, when you file NDA product, you have to go for all the phases, preclinical trial, clinical trials, and all database. That's why it is costly. In generic, after 1962, that US has decided कि भैया सेफ्टी एंड इफिकेसी होनी चाहिए. क्लिनिकल ट्रायल से हमें पता चल गया कि मॉलिक्यूल कैसा है, उसकी टॉक्सिसिटी क्या है, उसकी एडीआर क्या है, बराबर. अब हम किसको कंपेयर कर रहे हैं? फॉर्मुलेशन एंड लुकल लाइक फॉर्मुलेशन. सो दे एक्सक्लूडेड प्री क्लिनिकल स्टडीज, clinical studies. Most expensive part of any product development is preclinical and clinical trial. But how you can say your drug is safe and effective or comparable to your NDA or innovative product? So you have to provide it should be bioequivalent. Okay, so bioequivalent study should be there, and then it will be comparative. Terminology: bioavailability, bioequivalence. You might very well aware. Generic substitution, that is a dispensing of different branded or unbranded drug products of the drug prescribed. Brand interchange and drug product selection, but few of more common names used mean the same thing. Over here we are come. Okay, crocin is there, metacin is there, paracin is there. These are the another things. One more approach, that is a pharmaceutical alternative drug product. Alternate means same therapeutic moiety but are of different salts. You know, hydrochloride salts are there, then phosphate, chloroquine sulfate, chloroquine phosphate. We are having active moiety is same, but its salt formation is different. That is a pharmaceutical alternative drugs. Next slide, please. Okay, now pharmaceutical equivalent drug products and pharmaceutical substitution drug product. When I'm introducing my product based on R&D, if I am an ANDA player, there is a one thing I can make a product look alike. लुक alike मतलब उसका जो भी है वो सेम मैं अपनी प्रोडक्ट में डालूंगा. That is normally called as a equivalent drug product. Okay, almost each and everything will be there. Maybe changes of your dosage form, color, shape, maybe it will be depend on how ANDA players do that part. Otherwise, the rest thing will be look alike or similar. There is a one more thing. It is a substitution. That is a substitution I told about the different salt form. R&D, that is an innovator of branded drug. Next. Okay. Have you heard about uh, branded drug players, how they can survive? Because generics are there. Staudin, Lamivudin, Zidovudin, अच्छे सेम वर्ड्स लग रहे हैं. तो ड्रग्स की जो मोड ऑफ एक्शन होगी वो भी ऑलमोस्ट सिमिलर होगी. ओके, काउंट्स एज ए substitution. But if I am an innovator of Staudi, I know I'm just giving an example. Okay, don't claim in a regulatory part. After 15 years of my product, which is run smoothly into the market, I suddenly feel कि भैया ये मॉलिक्यूल में कुछ गड़बड़ है, इसमें ये मॉलिक्यूल में ये साइड इफेक्ट्स या एडीआर रिएक्शंस ज़्यादा आ रहे हैं. सो आई एम गोइंग टू मॉडिफाई दिस एंड मेक अ better version of Staudi, and I'm just introducing lamivudine. What it looks to you, it is good because the first molecule having some problem is try to sort out and make it a second molecule. But no, Staudin, if it is quite useful, even though people will go for lamivudine. Okay, so फिर Staudin की generic मार्केट में लोग आएंगे नहीं, क्योंकि उसने उसका अल्टरनेट lamivudine दे दिया. So these are the how branded players survive. Okay, therapeutic alternatives, therapeutic substitution. The substitution means drug molecule active moiety may be changed, but pharmacological action is the same. Okay, therapeutic equivalence, that is a similar pharmacokinetic effects. बराबर. कब clinical effect and safety profile similar होगा. Okay, so the definitions and terminology again I am giving you the perspective of NDA, ANDA, books, Orange Book, as well as our content, Patent Restoration Act, Waxman Act. Next, these are the contents of Orange Book. क्या रहेगा उसमें? I hope you can read and you can understood. And most important part, the section third point, we normally going for section 505 in US FDA. If you have 505B2, that will be your NDA product, and if you have 505J, that will be your ANDA product. We will discuss afterwards. Okay, so these are the contents of Orange Book. Next, these are the rating systems of PE code A and B. A means whatever the products of generic, they are therapeutically equivalent to the other pharmaceutically equivalent products. They are same. B is not to be therapeutical equivalent or pharmaceutical equivalent, because if you use alternatives, that criteria not next. Next, the coding, code A, code B. Is it clear? Then second, AA, AB, AN, AO, AP, T, that represents something. If I'm talking about O, that will be oral injectable. N will be aerosolization. P, it is a parenteral. T, it is a topical drug. So subcoding is being given. Next will be the B related subcodes. Next, okay. Next, please. Okay. Uh, One more thing I'm going to clear. Orange book, it is for pharmaceutical product. The same thing will be comes into the purple book. Purple book for biological products. Okay, where you get biological license. Okay. Now, how approval process is come? आप किसको बायो इक्विवेलेंट कंसिडर करोगे? BE बराबर? There are two terminology. The second point of first point, that 90% confidence interval. I'm getting some noise. Sorry. The 90% confidence in someone's mic. Okay, thank you. Hello, Falguni ma'am, your mic. Can you mute your mic?
Yes, sir, but I have to stop sharing for that.
No, no issues.
Just a minute, I will try. I will try.
No problem. No, no, no,
Just,
no. Your
just a minute,
audio,
sir.
your audio is being there. That is
Yes,
it.
sir. Just a minute.
No problem. Keep it fine. You can just give me the presentation slide because we are running out of time. Okay, let it be. I'm just discussing how your generic drug should be approved, and your generic drug will be approved when your product is bioequivalent to the innovator, so-called reference listed drug. If it is bioequivalent, then and then NDA approval you will get. And for that, these are the basic two criteria. First is brand to generic product, and second is generic product to brand. Or confidence interval is within -20, मतलब 80 to 125%. If I'm talking about the range, okay, in the both the case. Next slide. When we talked about this 20% limit, you might feel कि अरे वाह बहुत बड़ा गैप है, आप easily उसको मैच कर पाओगे. But when you go for analytical data in vitro and in vivo, it is quite different. The pattern, the people, when you take drug into the body, what happen inside your body, it is not a water. When you run diso, what you get? 0.1 normal HCl, OGD medias are there, but in your body, different enzymes, different hormones, different another mechanism involved. So it is not an easy job to match those things until and unless your pharmaceutical formulation is that much capable to have your NDA product. So ideally, if the talking of variation, you can say minus 25% to plus 25%, but it will be just having only 4% variation practically. Theoretically, sounds good, but practically, so many products are failed in bioequivalency. Okay, and normally NDA player have to take those medications 24 to 36 healthy subjects divided into groups. The one group will get the RLD product, branded product, another will take company product and match their profiles, withdrawing the blood samples from a stipulated period of time, going for analysis, gathering the data, and observe they are matching or not. Okay, all this means you can say that generic drug can be ready for approval in a matter of months. बराबर? Innovator will be getting 10 to 15 years for approval, and generic drug getting approval once they file, that is a GDUFS cycle, it takes almost 10 to 12 months. Okay, so 15 साल वाली जो प्रोडक्ट है उसका लुकलाइक कैसे बना 15 महीनों में या 20 महीनों में. Certain extension will be there, maybe maximally 2 or 3 years we will get the product into the market which is similar, same to the branded product. Okay, so this is the approval process. Next, I'm not talking about right now narrow therapeutic index. Skip, please. Skip. Skip. Okay. Up till now, we discussed about Orange Book. We discussed about NDA, ANDA. We also discussed about briefing para 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Filing. Orange Book having a body that is CDER. Purple Book is having a body CBER. You know what is CDER and CBER is there. It also comes under the PHS Act, that is Public Health Service Act. Like earlier, we have that kind of product, general products, pharma products. For that, we make a reference book, that is Orange Book. Nowadays, biopharma is one of the leading since 2005. They also feel like generic products are there into the oral and routine or normal formulations. Biopharma also having that regularized, and if you put these things, biopharma product is somewhat more costlier than the oral product. आपको एक टैबलेट बनाना है बराबर, और आपको एक वैक्सीन बनानी है, यू नो व्हाट विल बी द कॉस्ट. आपको एक टैबलेट बनानी है, आपको एक इंजेक्शन बनाना है, द कॉस्ट में वेरी. सो फॉर्मुलेशन वेरीज, cost will be vary. So for that biological product, Purple Book has been established. Next, what are the content of Purple Book? It is not similar or look alike Orange Book. Orange Book having more information than the Purple Book. It is having BLA numbers, non-proprietary product names, proprietary product names, date the product was approved in the market, which you will get in Orange Book also. First licensor, who is the innovator. Now, वहाँ पे हमने टर्मिनोलॉजी यूज की थी थेरापेटिकल इक्विवेलेंट TE. Over here we have a terminology, it is a biosimilar or interchangeable. The reference product with an expiry date and whether the product is withdrawn from the market. Okay, next please. Earlier we talked about section 505. Okay, over here in a biological product we have a section 351. Okay, 35I4 for reference product. Over here, reference product means in Orange Book we have a RLD, reference listed drug, innovator product. Biosimilar product means same therapeutical equivalent product. Okay. Interchangeable means therapeutic alternatives. Okay. Next, please. Okay. Now here, what are the most important part for you people? That patent is there. Then what is the solution for that patent? Because whenever people take those medications, the financial burden is there, and US is a country which more focused on the people of their country. Henry Waxman, who was the senator of California, and Orrin Hatch uh, of Utah, in 1968, the discussion, the history part, if you go, there are earlier discussion of that particular thing, safety and efficacy of the drug product. पहले क्या था, कोई भी दवाई बना लेता था. अगर आपको दिल किया और आपने आपने कुछ चाहा तो आपने बना ली. तो उस चीज को हमने तोड़ने के लिए क्या लाया, एक्ट लाया. एक्ट के बाद हमने क्या किया, एजुकेशन लिया. एजुकेशन के बाद हमने सिस्टम एस्टेब्लिश किया. सिस्टम एस्टेब्लिश होने के बाद वी विल गेट the proper process, and after getting those proper process you will get the medications, right? But when you go for the particular process path, it definitely going to become expensive. When you expend something, you feel in return you will get something. That was the theory of innovator part. But over here you also observe the life of human being, and that aspect these two guys has thought what we can do, so we can also help the people to get some good quality product but a better price, compatible price. Okay. They are introducing drug price competition and patent term restoration act. Earlier I had discussed 1984, it has been there. In 1980 you will get the purple books. You can see the base is already there. They discuss or they consider this part in the earlier the history. So now, what is the benefit of using Hatch-Waxman Act? If earlier any generic player want their product into the market in the branded part, earlier they have to do all the clinical and preclinical trials. So अगर ब्रांडेड प्रोडक्ट के सामने एक जेनरिक प्रोडक्ट वाला आएगा तो इतना पैसा डालेगा, उसके बाद आउटकम क्या होगा? What will be the cost cutting? Nothing. You can read the first point. The Drug Price Competition Act established the modern system of generic drug, and according to that budget, generic drug saves consumers an estimated $10 billion per year at retail pharmacies alone. Okay, this is the main purpose. They are not going to compromise the quality of the product. They are provide alternative, but that alternative is nearly matched with the branded or innovator product. Sometimes we are producing better than innovator product because once they invented or they did their R&D after 20 years, there are so many technologies has been changed. Okay, so sometimes ब्रांडेड प्रोडक्ट से अच्छा प्रोडक्ट होता है जेनरिक प्रोडक्ट, बिकॉज दे प्रिपेयर देयर प्रोडक्ट after a 10 years or 15 years decades. So technology has been changed. The product will be more sound. It is good, not bad, best, not better than your innovator. But that case also happen. But how you try to inculcate कि भैया generic player market में आए? What was the hurdle? I told you that preclinical and clinical trials वो पहले आपको करने पड़ते थे. अगर वो करने जाओगे तो आप भी साल में 2 जेनरिक भी नहीं बना पाओगे. It is a quite costly affair. So हैच वैक्समैन का प्लस पॉइंट क्या है? They just remove this, and they are not removing haphazardly. On the basis of database, they feel the preclinical and clinical trials database doesn't require because NDA molecule already having those kind of things, that data we can use, and on the basis of that data they are going to prepare their formulation, but that formulation should be giving the same kind of response into the body when they administer it as per the label. Okay. And there is one more thing. First thing, it has been cost will be reduced. Now second thing, मुझे तो वैसे नॉर्मली वेट ही करनी पड़ेगी ना 20 साल तक. जब तक 20 साल तक पेटेंट उसका एक्सपायर नहीं होगा तब तक तो मैं मार्केट में आऊंगा नहीं. बराबर. अगर मैं तब तक मार्केट में नहीं आऊंगा, then when I start, again they will get some more time because no generic player into the market. So they also introduce the type of filing. हमने बोला ना पैरा 1, पैरा 2, पैरा 3, पैरा 4. In para 4 we will get 180 days exclusivity. What is para 4 filing? You can claim your product with respect to NDA that you are not going to infringe their patent. उनकी जो भी पेटेंट है, उनका जो भी resources है, that has been secured through the legal authority, you are not going to break or you are not going to infringe, and you introduce your product. How it is possible? I will tell you one example. In solid dosage form, you have a tablet, right? The tablet are of different type. Have you heard about IR tablet, ER tablet, SR tablet, DR tablet? I hope you know that terminology. Immediate release, extended release, delayed release, sustained release. Innovator prepared IR tablet, and if you want to try to prepare ER tablet, what will be the advantage of extended release dosage form than immediate release dosage form? Extended release dosage form में frequency कम हो जाएगी. बराबर. तो ये उस टाइम पे नहीं होगा, आप उसको कर रहे हो. That is a some innovation into the formulation. ड्रग वही है, इफेक्ट वही है, आप क्या कर रहे हो? डोजिंग फ्रीक्वेंसी को कम कर रहे हो. लगता बड़ा छोटा है पर चीज बहुत बड़ी है. उसकी पेटेंट होगी आईआर पे, आप काम कर रहे हो ईआर पे. बराबर. तो उसने आईआर से जो भी प्रोसेस से बनाया वो प्रोसेस, वो मॉलिक्यूल, जैसे एपीआई है तो एपीआई में सिर्फ ड्रग सब्सटेंस नहीं होता, उसकी पार्टिकल साइज की लिमिट आती है, पीएचडी, वो भी ये लोग ब्लॉक करते हैं. अगर आपको XYZ प्रोडक्ट बनानी है तो आपका पार्टिकल साइज इसी रेंज में आना चाहिए, D10, D50, D90. अगर उसको मैंने पेटेंट में ले लिया, ये पार्टिकल साइज से आप वो प्रोडक्ट नहीं बना सकते हो, तो आपके पास वो एक चैलेंज हो गया. अगर आप उसके अलावा दूसरे पार्टिकल साइज के अंदर जाके बनाओगे प्रोडक्ट और आप उसके बाद उसको क्लेम करोगे तो वो आपका पैरा 4 में आएगा. सो पैरा 4 हैविंग अ सर्टेन एक्सक्लूसिव, दैट इज समवॉट इनोवेशन इन द इनोवेशन. ऑलरेडी इनोवेटर का एक प्रोडक्ट है, उसको आप बेटर कैसे बना सकते हो उसकी पेटेंट को ब्रेक किए बिना. ओके. तो यहाँ पे हैच वैक्समैन ने इस चीज के लिए मोटिवेट किया इनोवेटर जनरिक प्लेयर्स को। बराबर, जैसे आप अगर एग्जाम्स में जाओगे, बराबर, और एग्जाम्स में मार्क का बैरियर ही नहीं रहेगा, आई डोंट थिंक सो आधे से ज्यादा लोग एग्जाम देने भी जाएंगे। और वो मार्क्स से आपको कहीं और एडमिशन नहीं मिलता होगा तो आप कॉलेज भी नहीं जाओगे, बराबर, आप ग्रेजुएशन भी नहीं करोगे। बिकॉज इन लाइफ वेन एवर वी आर डूइंग समथिंग वी रिक्वायर सर्टन मोटिवेशन। मोटिवेशन, इट इज अ सोशल रिकॉग्निशन, फाइनेंशियल बेनिफिट, एक्सेट्रा, डिफरेंट डिफरेंट हैविंग डिफरेंट थिंग। तो यहाँ पे आप सेकंड पैरा पढ़ेंगे तो हैच वैक्समैन अमेंडेड द फेडरल फूड ड्रग एंड कॉस्मेटिक एक्ट। It sets for the process by which would be marketeers of generic product can file ANDA to seek the FDA approval of the generic. It allows what? 180 days exclusivity to companies that are first to file ANDA against holder of patents for branded counterparts. अगर ऐसा मैंने कुछ कर लिया तो मैं क्या हो रहूंगा? फर्स्ट ANDA होल्डर, दैट इज नोन एज F2F, फर्स्ट टू फाइल। सो इनोवेटर के बाद मैं पहला जेनरिक प्लेयर बना, तो मुझे 6 मंथ के लिए मार्केट मिलेगा जिसमें कोई और शेयर नहीं करेगा। अगर उसी पैरेलल में कोई होगा तो वो शेयरिंग भी आती है, बिकॉज इट इज अ लीगल टर्मिनोलॉजी। पर मेरे पास क्या हो गई? एक एक्सक्लूसिविटी 180 days। यू नो व्हाट हैपन for the 6 months? Because whenever branded product expire, the generic player getting best of the benefit, and that benefit make me, वो जो लालच है, वो जो क्यूरियोसिटी है, वो मुझे क्या करेगी? मेरी प्रोडक्ट को किस में फाइल करने के लिए मोटिवेट करेगी? पैरा फोर। नेक्स्ट। सो क्या बोल रहे हैं? दैट कंसिडर अ जेनरिक प्रोडक्ट इक्विवेलेंट टू अ ब्रांड व्हेन बोथ the rate and extents are significantly different. When administered in the same dosage form, FDA established a specific statistical standards, which is called as a bioequivalent. Hatch-Waxman grants generic manufacturing standing to mount a validity challenge without incurring the cost of entry or risking enormous damages following from the possible infringement. Essentially redistributes the relative risk assessment and explain the flow in patent litigation and exposure to liability amount to litigation cost, but place in comparison to the immense volume of generic sale and profit. So these are the outcome of Hatch-Waxman Act. Next, other significant factors फार्मास्यूटिकल इंडस्ट्रीज में क्या है? मैंने जैसे बोला, टाइम 12 to 17 years extend to 20 years, that intended to offset the time it took for a drug to be approved to provide adequate time for the original innovator and companies to recoup their initial research investment and make a profit. These are the time. अब ये टाइम से पहले हमने क्या किया? हैच-वैक्समैन एक्ट ने स्मार्टली क्या प्ले किया? उससे पहले जेनरिक प्लेयर्स आए, जेनरिक प्लेयर्स उसकी प्रिपरेशन करें, तैयारी करें, हम उसको अप्रूवल देंगे कैटेगरी वाइज, पैरा 1 2 3 4। ओके, आपको पहले टेंटेटिव अप्रूवल मिल सकता है, उसके बाद आपको अप्रूवल मिल सकता है, आपको कंडीशनल अप्रूवल मिल सकता है on the basis of in which categories you are there. But what happened? Because of this, when your patented drug expires, you will have a pool of generic players into the market, and with the help of this, they can cut down the cost of the expenditure of medications with respect to good, safe, effective, quality product. But price will be definitely lesser. Next. And the last part, it is a drug master file. I hope my intention for you people is to create an awareness, and I am just getting these 4 different parts and make them mix for you so you can easily correlate those things. Books क्यों चाहिए? एच वैक्समैन एक्ट क्या है, अप्रूवल प्रोसेस ब्रीफ क्या है, ओके। और नाउ लास्ट जो एक्चुअली पहले चाहिए वो मैंने सबसे लास्ट लिया, डीएमएफ क्या है। जैसे आपको फॉर्मुलेशन के बारे में बताया, फॉर्मुलेशन के बारे में आपने बुक्स देखी, और सबसे पहले क्या आता है, when we going to prepare a formulation, the first thing will be drug substance. Over here we are talking about drug master file. You know DMF is a drug master file, whatever. Normally you have to submit this data to regulatory authorities to review and approve your product for sale, okay। इंफॉर्मेशन होगा उसके लिए रॉ मटेरियल्स का, रॉ मटेरियल्स में क्या आएगा, एक्टिव फार्मास्यूटिकल इंग्रेडिएंट भी आएगा, बराबर। और उसको मैं फार्मा टर्म्स में हम उसको रॉ मटेरियल नहीं बोलते, एक्सिपिएंट्स आएंगे, ओके, पैकिंग मटेरियल्स भी आएंगे, ओके। दिस थिंग्स कम्स अंडर द डीएमएफ, ओके। डिटेल इंफॉर्मेशन होगी इसमें, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग, प्रोसेसिंग, स्टोरिंग ऑफ ड्रग्स contained in the DMF, and this report should be submitted to FDA. There is a one terminology, if you just read this, DMF is neither approve or disapprove. Whether ANDA is approve or disapprove, NDA is either approve or disapprove, because DMF it is a part for NDA player or ANDA player। ड्रग सब्सटेंस की इंफॉर्मेशन भी देनी पड़ेगी, एक्सीपिएंट की इंफॉर्मेशन भी देनी पड़ेगी, फिनिश प्रोडक्ट की इंफॉर्मेशन भी देनी पड़ेगी आपको रेगुलेटरी को, बराबर। नॉर्मली इफ आई एम अ प्लेयर हु आर गोइंग टू प्रिपेयर अ फिनिश प्रोडक्ट, मैं अपना रॉ मटेरियल जैसे एपीआई एक्सीपिएंट मैं खुद नहीं बनाऊंगा, मैं दूसरों से लूंगा, वो मुझे देंगे, तो वो मुझे एक सर्टिफिकेट ऑफ एनालिसिस देंगे कि भैया ये है वो है, पर इतना काफी नहीं है रेगुलेटरी बॉडीज को। रेगुलेटरी बॉडीज वांट ऑल द थिंग्स। हैव यू heard about this losartan, valsartan, elmisartan, irbesartan issue? बहुत सारी कंपनीज ने अपने प्रोडक्ट मंगवा लिए हैं, पता है आपको ऐसा कुछ हुआ है रिसेंटली, सो कॉल्ड एज एन नाइट्रोसामाइन इम्प्यूरिटीज। नाइट्रोसामाइन इम्प्यूरिटीज के बारे में कुछ सुना है? ओके, ऐसा क्यों हुआ? बिकॉज वो एपीआई जो एपीआई यहाँ पे सी इन डीएमएफ एपीआई क्या होगा, वो फिनिश प्रोडक्ट होगा। एपीआई बनाने के लिए आपको क्या लगेगा, आपने केमिस्ट्री लैब में सिंथेसिस किया हुआ है, बराबर। अगर आपको सैलिसिलिक एसिड, बराबर, और उसके साथ एसिटाइलेशन करोगे तो आपको फिनिश प्रोडक्ट मिलेगी एस्पिरिन, एसिटाइल सैलिसिलिक एसिड, बराबर। तो एस्पिरिन उस टाइम पे आपका क्या हुआ, फिनिश प्रोडक्ट हुआ। आप उसको कैसे बनाते हो, रॉ मटेरियल्स दूसरा कहाँ से लाओगे, कौन सी कंडीशंस करोगे, क्रिस्टलाइजेशन करोगे, फिल्ट्रेशन करोगे, XYZ पार्ट, that is come is manufacturing part, okay। And during this manufacturing part, if some faulty material if you took, that impurities will also goes to your finished product, and nitrosamine impurities are such incidents. And right now in currently we have all our products, we are going to screen for what, nitrosamine impurities, कि भैया इसमें nitrosamine impurities है कि नहीं, बराबर। गलती से अगर होगी तो आपको वो प्रोडक्ट मार्केट से विड्रॉ करनी पड़ेगी, आपको ऐसा मटेरियल्स लेना पड़ेगा जिसमें नाइट्रोसामाइन इम्प्योरिटी ना आए। तो ये जो ड्रग मास्टर फाइल है वो भी एक रेगुलेटरी सबमिशन है, पर कैसे, जो आपका जो वेंडर है वो आपके लिए स्पॉन्सर बनेगा, जो डीएमएफ को कहाँ भेजेगा, एफडीए में, बराबर। एंड पैरेलली आप आपका फिनिश प्रोडक्ट का पार्ट भेजोगे, एंड दे आर पैरेलली इवेल्युएटेड, ओके। नेक्स्ट प्लीज। The types of DMF. I hope DMF you know. I hope types also you know. Most commonly we are focusing on type 2, बराबर। टाइप 2 में क्या होगा, जो आपका ड्रग सब्सटेंस होगा उसकी पूरी इंफॉर्मेशन आएगी। नेक्स्ट, टाइप 3, टाइप 4, टाइप 5। नॉर्मली टाइप 1 अभी ऑब्सोलीट हो चुका है। टाइप 5 वो एफडीए की रेगुलेटरी की रिक्वायरमेंट्स है, पर वो ज़्यादा इंकरेज नहीं करती है। टाइप 2 में आपका ड्रग सब्सटेंस के बारे में पूरा डिटेल्स आएगा। टाइप 3 में पैकेजिंग मटेरियल, आप जो ड्रग सब्सटेंस का जो भी आपका फिनिश हुआ उसको पैकेजिंग मटेरियल उसमें क्या यूज़ करोगे वो आएगा। और टाइप 4 के अंदर आपके आएंगे एक्सीपियंट्स। एक्सीपियंट्स का अपन भी मास्टर फाइल बनेगा। नेक्स्ट प्लीज। So I hope it will be visible to you. I will just giving you the brief part. I am taking the example of module 2 of drug substance, जिसके अंदर क्या कंटेंट आएंगे। आपको डीएमएफ के अंदर देना क्या है, बराबर। मेरे पास ड्रग है तो मुझे उसमें क्या चीज़ उसमें देनी चाहिए, बराबर। ऐसा तो नहीं ना मैं सिर्फ पैरासीटामोल है तो पैरासीटामोल के बारे में थोड़ा बहुत कुछ बोल दूँ, लिख दूँ। जैसे आप थीसिस में इंट्रोडक्शन लिखेंगे कि केमिकल ये है, उसका यूज़ ये है। नॉट लाइक दैट। You have a detailed description. There are the module. First is a drug substance, 2, 3S. You have to provide general information. Its nomenclature is structure. Okay. Manufacturing sites. Who is the manufacturer? You have to provide all their details. DMF. जैसे नॉर्मली हम कहीं पे जाके कुछ चीज़ें खरीदते हैं या कुछ भी आप मार्केट से लेते हैं तो 90% आप क्या ट्राई करोगे, ट्रेसेबिलिटी, बराबर। आपको एक मोबाइल खरीदना है, आई नो आप ऑनलाइन प्लेयर्स हो, आप ऑनलाइन से मंगवा लेते हो, पर कहीं बाहर जाके आपको 10, 20, 25 हज़ार की कीमती चीज खरीदनी है तो आप रास्ते पे बैठने वाले आदमी के पास से लेंगे, नहीं लेंगे। आप बोलेंगे अरे कल तुझे कहाँ पकड़ूंगा, बराबर। आप सोचोगे कि ऐसा ट्रेसेबल हो कि मैं उसको पकड़ सकूं कल उठ के इसमें कुछ प्रॉब्लम आया तो जैसे डीएमएफ का मैन्युफैक्चरर है तो उसमें डीएमएफ का होल्डर जो होता है, और डीएमएफ होल्डर भी एक असाइनेबल पर्सन होगा। ओके। उसका मैन्युफैक्चरिंग का साइट कहाँ पे है, वो साइट भी अप्रूव्ड है कि नहीं, बराबर। वो लोग भी यूएस रेगुलेटरी एजेंट अपॉइंट करेंगे। उसका एफईआई नंबर, डीयूएनएस नंबर रहेगा। हु इज द कॉन्टेक्ट पर्सन, अगर आपको उसके बारे में कुछ भी क्वेरी है, कुछ भी रिस्पॉन्स लेना है तो दिस आर द फॉर रेगुलेटरी पार्ट। ओके। देन नाउ coming to the molecule, you know the characterization. That characterization lead to elucidation of structure. आप IR NMR मास, यूवी, XRPD, PSD ये सब जो पढ़ते हो यहाँ पे यूज आएंगी, बराबर। प्यूरिटीज के बारे में तो हम सब बात करते हैं, इम्प्यूरिटीज भी इंपॉर्टेंट है। आप एक प्रोडक्ट बनाते हो एपीआई में तो कौन सी इम्प्यूरिटीज उसके साथ बनेगी, कौन सी इम्प्यूरिटीज है कि टाइम के बाद डिग्रेड होके उसमें बन सकती है, बराबर। तो वो इम्प्यूरिटी प्रोफाइलिंग भी आपको चाहिए। उसका स्पेसिफिकेशन, ऐसे की लिमिट क्या होगी, रिलेटेड कंपाउंड्स की लिमिट क्या होगी, रेसिड्यूल सॉल्वेंट्स है तो उसकी लिमिट क्या होगी। अब तो नाइट्रोसामाइन नाइट्रोसाइबल इम्प्यूरिटीज है तो एनडीए में एनडीए वो है तो वो कितनी लिमिट में रहेगा, वो सब आपको स्पेक में मिलेगा। स्पेसिफिकेशन के बाद आता है आपका एनालिटिकल प्रोसीजर्स, हाउ यू प्रिपेयर दोस एनालिटिकल मेथड्स टू चेक whether your product is meet with the specification criteria. Also, we know analytical methods, we have its backup support, that is a validation। MVR लगेंगे, आपने जो बैच हमें प्रोवाइड किए उसका पूरा एनालिसिस किया हुआ हमें चाहिए। अगेन वी आर इवेल्युएटिंग एट आवर लेवल ऑल्सो। एंड जस्टिफिकेशन ऑफ स्पेसिफिकेशन, आपने स्पेक में जो जो लिमिट्स बनाई है, आपने इम्प्योरिटी की जो लिमिट्स रखी है, ये सब जो है वो आप ऐसे ही नहीं रख सकते। मेरा मन किया मैंने बोला ऐसे 98 to 102, 95 to 105, इम्प्योरिटी की लिमिट नॉट मोर देन 1%, नॉट मोर देन 0.5%, नो। we have to justify, and for that justify we have a literature backup. You have might have heard ICH guideline. ICH guideline में क्या है, वो गाइडलाइंस आपको बताएगी इम्प्यूरिटीज है तो इम्प्यूरिटीज की लिमिट क्या होगी। अगर वो आपका एपीआई यूएसपी में है, यूएसपी में हुआ तो वो ऑफिशियल हुआ तो उसने भी लिमिट दी होगी, तो उस लिमिट से आपकी लिमिट ज़्यादा तो नहीं होनी चाहिए। अगर आप उससे ज़्यादा रखते हो तो क्यों रख रहे हो, यू हैव प्रॉपर साउंड बैकग्राउंड, दैट थिंग्स कम्स अंडर हियर। ओके, आफ्टर दैट यू हैव अ कंटेनर क्लोजर सिस्टम। कंटेनर क्लोजर सिस्टम इज इम्पोर्टेंट क्योंकि आपका स्टोरेज कंडीशन क्या है, बराबर। अगर आपका प्रोडक्ट हाइग्रोस्कोपिक है और आप खुले में छोड़ दोगे तो वो मॉइस्चर ले लेगा। लाइट सेंसिटिव है तो आपको उस हिसाब से उसका कंटेनर क्लोजर सेटअप सेट करना पड़ेगा, तो उससे उसकी आपकी सेल्फ लाइफ होगी। मैं मेरी फिनिश प्रोडक्ट की सेल्फ लाइफ 4 साल रख रहा हूँ, और मुझे पता बाद में आप बोलोगे कि सर आपने जो एपीआई यूज किया उसने एक्सपायरी 2 साल की रखी है। इज इट पॉसिबल? नो। Your raw materials shelf life will be more than, and then your finished product shelf life will be somewhat more. API should be having expiration 5 years, then my finished product will be having expiration of 2 years. Okay, so these things will become over here. Stability data, on the basis of that we can quote what kind of conditions your product shelf life will be there. Next please. Next slide please. I hope am I audible? Okay. अर्लियर पार्ट जो था वो ओवरऑल समरी था, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज ए मॉड्यूल 2, और ये जो है वो क्वालिटी पार्ट है। यहाँ पे ऑलमोस्ट सेम थिंग्स जो वहाँ पे है वही है, पर ये मोर डिटेलिंग्स में आएंगे, बराबर। यहाँ पे पूरा डिटेल डेटाबेस होगा, उसके ऊपर से आप क्या बनाओगे, क्वालिटी ओवरऑल समरी। जैसे अभी मैं बोल रहा हूँ मेरा प्रोडक्ट हाइग्रोस्कोपिक है कि नहीं, तो हाइग्रोस्कोपिसिटी मुझे कहाँ पे देखनी पड़ेगी, क्वालिटी मॉड्यूल्स में। वहां से डेटाबेस के ऊपर से मैं एक कंक्लूजन बनाऊंगा, वो कंक्लूजन वहां पर रिफ्लेक्ट करेंगे। ओके, सो दिस आर द बेसिक काउंटर पार्ट्स ऑफ डीएमएफ, Waxman Act, Orange Book, Purple Book. I hope I took more time, but the topic is very broad. Next slide, please. Next slide. Sorry, because of presentation. Any questions? Because my final presentation was in my desktop. The last slide was thank you and any questions. I was not able to share my screen, that's why. Thank you very much for patient listening.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir, for your very, very informative talk. It's definitely going to help our students a lot for their future career.
Thank
As
you,
we
ma'am.
are running short of time, we cannot have question answer session. But anyone who is having question, they can give me. I will ask that to sir through email, and we'll get the answer.
Sure, ma'am.
Right. So thank you very much, sir, again for enlightening the audience and giving very much important information regarding EMF, NDA, Orange Book, and HHN. On behalf of Parallel Institute of Pharmacy, Parallel University, I thank PU webinar team for their support and management of Parallel University for providing us platform for conducting the webinar event. I would also like to thank Dean Parallel Institute of Pharmacy, Parallel University, Dr. Abhay Dharamsi, for continuous support and encouragement for arranging quality expert talks. And I would like to thank teachers and audience for attending this and making it successful. So at the last, I thank everyone.
Thank you very much, ma'am. And I just want to say one thing. Theoretical informative part you will get from internet anywhere, but any doubts related to these things you can ask to ma'am, and I am trying definitely try to solve your issues, because all of us are still in the learning process, and new and very new things comes into this field. Regulatory is very current part. I hope you will get the idea. That was my intention. Thank you very much.
Yes, yes, sir. Thank you very much. We have already given a very informative talk. All the students are definitely benefiting.
Thank you, ma'am.
So I think we can stop here.
Yes, sure, ma'am.
The webinar team, maybe leave now.